my relationship with pain, that's the topic of today's video. So it was brought to my attention that I guess like whatever chronic illness, chronic pain condition that I deal with, it's been publicized. So I figure I was gonna make a video about it anyways. I was already planning on doing this eventually one day. I just like I didn't know like when I would get around to it, but I guess now, since I'm already content creating anyways. So I just wanted to talk about like dealing with chronic illness, chronic pain condition that I have, TMJ, and possibly fibro. So I might have already had fibro when I was younger. I wasn't sure what was going on. I think it was already underlying, but it just didn't progress until I got older. And that's probably from being not in a good environment for me and dealing with trauma and toxicity and things like that. I don't want to get too much into detail about that because I want to make it about TMJ and possibly fibro and like what I had to deal with and what I had to go through and how it affected me in my life, and yeah, and where I'm at today basically. So right now it's pretty mild. My pain is not moderate, it's not severe. It like comes and goes and it fluctuates. So like it depends on how stressed I am, it depends on my lifestyle. Like if I'm really depressed or anxious, that's gonna make it worse, or it might cause a flare up and then it will go away. So I think it also has to do with mental health as well, because mental health has to do with your physical body. So if you're not doing good mentally, then how are you gonna do good physically? Like, or that can cause like an illness. That's enough to cause an illness. So yeah, and I have a lot of my past is blurry or like memory loss and shit like that, but I got a lot of it back. But the times during when I was in severe pain was very like blurry for me. Like I literally would have had to get on medication if I didn't get physical therapy done, which ended up working for me. And it didn't 100% fix the problem, but it got me to where like I could live. Like I'm not in severe pain, like I can move, like, you know what I mean? Like, but the main issue wasn't really the fibro, even though sometimes I do get pain like all over my body. Like it was with the TMJ, which is like, it can affect your neck, your jaw, your head, like headaches, things like that. Except it was really, really bad back when I first started, and I was already malnourished. I was anemic as well, so I was like literally dying. I didn't know that I was anemic. I didn't know what anemia was. I had to like look it up on the internet, and that's another topic for another day. I'm not going to get into that because that, even though that probably contributed to me developing chronic illness and like TMJ and all of that, and having like what I believe to be a mild case of fibro, because I haven't been diagnosed with it, so I don't want to go ahead and say that I have it, but I think like that's like what it is. Like I don't want to go too far deep into that. I can make that another video for another day. But yeah, so when I first started, I was like really stressed. I just quit a really toxic job where everybody was like wishing bad on me and doing witchcraft on me and da 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 da. Like, so a lot of this was like spiritual. I couldn't like see it, what was going on. I just knew that everyone hated me, at least that's what it felt like, and everyone wanted me to die. So yeah, everyone wanted me to die, and like I was just like, what is going on? And then also COVID happened too, so it was like extra added stress. So like, and I was also addicted to coffee. Like I drink coffee all the time, every day, all day. So it couldn't have been good for my anxiety. And you think, oh, it's just coffee, it's not that big of a deal, even though it is considered a vice. Like I quit it cold turkey, and that's when I noticed like I started getting TMJ symptoms. You're not really supposed to do that, but I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to quit coffee, and I wanted to maybe start drinking tea or whatever. That's what I remember. I don't really remember much. And then I started having, when I quit, I tried to go back to coffee again, and then I quit coffee again, and then I started having TMJ symptoms, and I had to see like multiple different doctors for it, things like that. Like nobody was really in my life or around because nobody gave a shit, because I was going through the worst times of my life, and I'm sure they knew that and they didn't give a shit. I think I only had maybe 1 or 2 people that I might have talked to online, like online friends, but nobody gave a shit about me. And the community is really like, everyone I'm sure was happy that I was going through what I was going through, basically. So I don't really think it's something I really disclosed to people back. I think I was around like the ages of like 22. That's when I started noticing my pain was getting worse. So I developed TMJ. Like, I didn't have it before then. So, and then it started getting worse because I was probably malnourished, all of that. And I wasn't doing good like mentally. I wasn't doing good mentally at all. So yeah. Then it progressed into severe pain where like you can literally get like spasms and it like is so painful. Like I literally had to like resort, like I would have had to resort to drugs because it was that bad. So, and I didn't have any connections really because no one gave a shit about me in the communities, whatever. So thankfully I couldn't go that route, or I didn't end up going that route because like everyone wanted me in pain and suffering, right? So like I literally found a really good physical therapist and I worked up the courage to like go to her and just go through the hard process of like actually working out the problem. And I got like MRIs done too, and like nothing was wrong with my head or my face or my jaw, or pretty sure I might have got it done on my neck too, and like nothing was wrong. So like they couldn't find anything. I had to get my MRI done twice because I'm pretty sure the first time that like I tried to get it done, I was being set up or something. It was so weird. I didn't take enough of my medication, so I was like really anxious and I had to like leave. And I'm pretty sure like one of the men there that were like doing my MRI, he was like sexualizing me, and I was like, this is really awkward. Like, I'm just gonna leave. Like, I had a bad feeling about it. So I just had to go back again, and then it was like a smooth process for me to just like get the MRI done. I had different people, and then it was really comfortable, and then they just basically told me when I got the results that like nothing was wrong with me, I don't need to get surgery, like there's nothing wrong, you just need to like lifestyle changes, like and then I was told by my physical therapist too, she was really great. I was told that it's just muscle related. There's nothing really wrong with my jaw. So that helped to like ease my mind to know that I wasn't dealing with something more serious, because I think whenever you're dealing with pain or something just abruptly comes on, you probably want to get it checked out just to make sure like it's not something else. So that's why I had to get like the MRIs done and all of that. But yeah, it was really stressful. Like I thought I was gonna die during those periods because that's literally what people wanted. And then you look at the spiritual aspect of it, and like yeah, everyone was doing, not everyone, but a lot of people, or just people that didn't like me, people that were sent in to be in my life, or that I didn't know why didn't like me. They just pretended like they did. They were doing like, you know, their little witchcraft or their spell work on me to try to like, you know, cause something to happen or to like upset me, like during those time periods. So I feel like they think they caused something, but really it could have been caused from anything. And obviously it is spiritual too. Like if I wasn't living my life to necessarily how I wanted, or I wasn't like speaking up for myself, I feel like that's enough to cause something with your TMJ, because that also has to do with the throat chakra as well. So that's just something that I thought. But also, like, I could have had some sort of head injury. I wouldn't know, and I don't remember. But when I got the MRIs done, they said that nothing was wrong with my jaw, or my head, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I did get it done on my head just to make sure it was like it wasn't anything else going on. I think when you're dealing with conditions like that, like you never know if it could have been something else. So it was just to kind of rule out, to make sure like this is the correct diagnosis. And at first, like, I had another doctor think it was something else, because sometimes it can be similar. You can get like a little bit of a nerve pain or something like that, but mine is mostly like just an ache, like it's like comes and goes, and then sometimes I don't even notice that it's even there, like I don't feel it. So it's really weird. It's a weird condition. But yeah, the nerve pain that's worse than what I have. And I've gone through something like similar to that too, like, but it went away. So like I went through a lot of things where I didn't understand like what was going on, like, you know what I mean? I had to go to doctors, I had to get things done, and no one gave a shit about me either. They were happy that I was going through that. Like, that's when I realized I didn't have no one in my corner. I didn't have no one that cared about me. So like I basically just had to like figure it out on my own. Like I couldn't really live my life normally for a long time because I was dealing with health issues. Like I guess you could say that falls under the line of like health issues, things like that. So yeah, thankful for physical therapy, because if I didn't go get physical therapy done, I wouldn't have gotten my condition to a mild state. Even though now it still flares up times, like if I'm really stressed, it will flare up really bad. I might get a bad headache, but other than that, like it's a lot better than what it was. Like I literally would have probably died if like I didn't go get physical therapy done, because it was that serious, whatever I was dealing with. Like I should have went to the hospital. Like and I was living at my parental figure's home too, so I don't know why I didn't tell them to take me to a hospital. Like I should have said that, because the pain was so severe. Like I should have been able to get like drugs, like medication for it. And then I ended up getting prescribed eventually like Ativan, which like helped really with like relaxing my face, relaxing the muscles in my body, relaxing like any type of pain. Like I didn't really, because it was helping my anxiety, I didn't really feel like the pain as much. So I think anxiety symptoms and all that, which is, I've had an anxiety disorder since I was young, I think that can like make your pain like worse. Like it can cause you to have pain because you're so anxious or whatever, or like stressed out. So like I was also told too that it was anxiety and stress related. So whatever I was dealing with, it was definitely, feel like I was putting it on myself, but I feel like other people were putting it on me, and I didn't have no support. So it wasn't like a normal thing where like, you know, people have community support. Like I didn't really have that. I didn't really know what direction I wanted to take my life as well. So I feel like that was stressing me out as well. But whatever I went through, it was bad enough to cause like a mild case of fibro, I'm pretty sure, and like TMJ. But it's a common condition. It's not that uncommon. A lot of people have it. Some people have it worse to the point they have to get surgery. I don't think I'm one of them, because there's nothing wrong with my jaw like structurally. So like that's probably not gonna happen, but I understand why people do it. Obviously if they dislocated their jaw, that would be why, but that didn't happen with me, thank God. Because I would have been scared to get surgery done probably. But that's like in severe cases. Like my case is not severe, not anymore. But I'm just thankful to be alive, because like dealing with chronic illness, dealing with pain, like that can actually take you out. So I think that I just adapted to it, even though it's not something I should have had to adapt to, but because the pain got a lot better, and it just kind of comes and goes. Like I feel like that's why I was able to adapt to it and adjust to it. But if it wasn't like that, I wouldn't have been able to, and I probably would have had to be like medicated all the time. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else like that would be helpful to anyone who comes across this video. If you have TMJ, if you have chronic illness, if you have chronic pain condition, if you have any of those things, you know anyone who does, I just would like if you would share the video, or you could comment below on what you think on if this video was helpful or not. But yeah, I was dealing with a lot to where like my body, like I was not healthy. So like I wasn't surprised that I would have developed something like that, because whatever the trauma symptoms were, whatever I was dealing with, spiritually, physically, mentally, like I was not getting the help that I needed. So like that was enough to cause me to live with chronic pain. And I have disclosed it before to people, but a lot of people don't really, they judged me for it, or they just didn't understand like what it was, like what I was talking about, or care, or they didn't believe me because I probably didn't look like I was in pain. But I had to do physical therapy for it, so it's like that's the proof right there. Like I wouldn't have been in physical therapy for months if I didn't have something clearly wrong or I wasn't in pain. But yeah, so it can be really tough. It affected my life in every way, like how people view me, how I view myself, like getting jobs, like being, I don't know, like just like you have a different life when you develop chronic pain, like, or chronic illness. Like your life's no longer the same. Like whoever you knew yourself as, or like it's completely changed because like you're living with something that you didn't think you'd have to live with, or you didn't know that you would develop, and all it takes is like one traumatic experience or something like that, or an injury physically for something like that to develop. But also injuries can be spiritual as well. So like, but a lot of people were doing witchcraft on me, but I don't want to say that's the reason why I have the condition, because I know that I wasn't really probably taking care of myself right. I wasn't eating. Like I remember before this condition developed, like I want to say when I worked a lot at this toxic job that I had, where the workplace, it was not like a healthy environment for me. I literally would, like I wouldn't like eat enough all day. Like you didn't really have time to eat, so I'd maybe eat like a snack or something like that. Like I didn't really eat for most of the whole day, so like my eating schedule was off, and like I was malnourished basically. But that's because I was prioritizing work over my health, which like wasn't a good thing for me. And then I had to quit that job, and I had to not really work for a long time because I was dealing with health issues. So I had to get my health back in order to be able to figure out what I wanted to do with my life and to move forward. But yeah, so I think that's about it. I don't really know what else I want to say about it, but if anyone has any questions about TMJ, about chronic pain, chronic illness, anything related to this topic, you can reach out to me, or you can just comment below.